You need that real hip hop in your life? You need the International Reem Supreme Show.
Big out here, man. Yup.
Yeah,
No
I
doubt.
heard one of the joints. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
No doubt. All right, so I've hit record. It's on it popping. I'm Kareem Shon, aka International Reem Supreme, in the building. Whenever Taraji links in, he links in. Big Scoob, big bro. What's good, homie?
Big Scoob in the building. I'm doing good. Can't wait. Happy to be back. Let's get it going.
All right, look. The only reason why he's saying he's happy to be back is because I've been fronting for weeks. Nigga, I've been falling asleep early. I've been like, yo, but not real talk, man. Like, you know, when you're a family man and you got shit going on and you run a business and you know you feed it to your hobbies and shit, sometimes shit gets, you know, a little off course. But yo, when we come back. So right now I'm here with Bronze Nazareth out of the Detroit, Michigan. What's going on, Pa?
What's up, man? Motown, man, by way of Gun Rule, you know what I mean? We in the building, man. What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Absolutely. Yeah, we see that you in the studio. Look like you about to start cooking up.
Yeah, you know, it's a Saturday, man. So Saturday is always a busy studio day for me, man. So I got a couple young guns coming through about to lay something for me, you know what I mean?
No doubt. Anybody you want to introduce or
yeah, man. I'm just working on this joint with my bro Kurt Solid. He's from the east side of Detroit, you know what I mean? Real hard body, real life rhymes, but you know, running them over Bronze Nazareth beats. And then my bro Lord Josiah Allah is coming through as well, and we working on an album called Time Waits for No Man, which is pretty much about to be done. So it's produced by me, he rhyming and shit. So you know, we staying busy, man. Busy on the boards, busy in the lab, all that, man.
No doubt, man. And you've already been having a busy year from our standpoint, man. And you know, for me, it kind of came out of left field, you know. So I always start the show when we have a guest with explaining my journey to get into that artist. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that rocks with me know that I'm a supreme hip hop head. You know what I mean? When I was watching Verzuz with KRS-ONE and Big Daddy Kane, I damn near cried a couple of times because when I was, it took me back to when I was 8, 9 years old and I had these brothers' tapes. I know anything goes when it comes to hoes because my mom heard me listening to it and snatched my tape. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't easy. Pippin, that's my shit, bro.
Hey, ain't going for that. When Big Daddy Kane did the symphony, I lost it. I was like, yo, all we need is Coogee rap.
Bro. Yeah, man. You should have tapped in on that. Woo.
Yo, yeah. Bronze, who you think won though?
Man, I gotta go with Kane, man. But I'm biased though because Kane been my number one growing up. So I think Kane got them songs. I think Kane got that performance, man. I give it to Kane, man. You know what I mean?
This is the way that I was feeling, man, and I'm gonna talk about this a little more later. But I'm a little biased too. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a Kane fan. I wanted to be Kane when I was younger because he was smooth, he was tough, but I admired and I looked up to KRS-ONE because he was the teacher, bro, and everything was just everything that KRS does, man, from his ad libs, how slow his flow is, but how dominant it is. You know what I mean? It's crazy. My son is 17, and I don't think I've ever played anything from KRS-ONE for him. And he had a little situation with one of the security guards at his school or whatever. Okay. And I started immediately, building with my son about, how to maneuver. You know what I mean? Like, don't feed it to that energy. Just boom, 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 and keep it moving. Okay. But I was like, I got something for you. I threw on Black Cop, started banging this shit.
There it is. I know he felt that after that incident, man.
Yo, with Chris was like, you don't even get paid a whole lot. Yo, when he heard that shit, he started laughing, bro. I was like, yo, I'm telling you, this is what hip hop is, bro. And that's why we go so hard on these younger artists. You know what it is for me, man? I'd be cool and this is something else that we're working to try to put a change in the culture too. It reminds me of the conversation that I had before when we was talking about genres of music. You know what I'm saying? Rock, you got the Red Hot Chili Peppers out here still doing shows. You got the Rolling Stones. These motherfuckers like 80 years old. They still doing shows.
Still doing shows. You got Metallica. Still doing shows.
Selling them out.
Bro, you got ZZ Top.
Selling them
out. Back in the food. Still doing shows.
Yes, sir.
Word. So the way that I see it, like, all right, what's this little, you know, I don't normally say the names of people that I don't like because I don't want to give them that energy. But I'm just going to say there's a particular female artist. It is not Cardi B, but this is one female artist. I'm like, yo, how are you calling her a rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. We got our little Kims and you know, we need that. But I need more Rhapsodies right now. You know what I'm saying? I need more Shade Noirs right now. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to big them up. But with the Kane and Chris, you know, KRS-ONE joint, it's a battle at the end of the day. Number one. Number two, these two artists, they're from the same era, but Kane fell back when KRS-ONE started putting that all them boom bap bangers, you know what I'm saying, that are classics to us, right? So now we're battling against really time and sound at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Kane did Young, Gifted, and Black, when Kane did Another Victory, Kane was spitting joints that were battle raps from when he was running hip-hop. Right. When he was the all in all in hip-hop. He was the god at that moment. He had the shit on lock. So when I'm going back and forth, because I listen more than I bop, I'm like, yo, Kane came back and sliced that nigga up. Excuse me. Kane came back and sliced the brother up a couple of times, man, in this battle. So it then on top of that, with the freestyles too, and on top of that, everybody was thinking to themselves, yo, what is Kane going to do when Black Cop come on? What's Kane going to do when he drop Out of Here? Like, what is he going to do?
Well, Love Gonna Get You.
Right. Oh, and I think he rose to the occasion. I love that he freestyled a few times, man. I love that he brought Roxanne Shante out.
Yeah, that was it right there for me. Yeah.
But him bringing out Nice and Smooth and Master Ace and Craig G, I was like, yo, man, Kane got it, bro. Like, no one got murdered, but he got it.
Yeah, that pushed it over the edge, right? You know what I mean?
Now, the one dude that choreographed when KRS-ONE brought out Mad Lion, I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, that was a good look.
That was smart right there, man. Very smart. Yeah.
I said, and then we brought out Das Effects that caught me off guard. So I said, he brought out Das too.
Yeah, I didn't expect them either, bro.
But Kane definitely. But who he brought out was, you know, like you said, Master Ace, Nice and Smooth.
Yeah.
You know, he brought.
He pushed it over the top with them, boy.
You know what it was? Now that we're all discussing it, it was almost like the 80s versus the 90s.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. But, you know, KRS-ONE got the joints too.
Overlapped a little bit, but yeah, I can see that.
Right. So, on this, you know, going back to this thing, this journey about how I found out about Bronze Nazareth, right? So, I'm down here in Houston at the time. The internet is not what it is today. As a matter of fact, if I'm not speaking out of turn, 2006, that's right before LimeWire, the computer killer. And you know, at this time, Wu-Tang is shining. They got the culture on lock. But what was really important about Wu-Tang, it wasn't just those 9 members, you know what I'm saying? The affiliates were very, very strong, you know what I mean? And I remember being with my bro Joey banging Killer Army and the White Maximum, you know what I mean? Killer Sin, you know, Shaheen, you know, so many of them. So all of a sudden, I get put on to this new dude that I hear through the wind. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crack. Like, it was banging. And at the time, in my opinion, I don't want no one coming for my neck, But in my opinion, this is when RZA started falling back and kind of falling off. So I'm listening to this dude, and he got the rhymes, but most importantly, he had the sound. And it was almost like he studied RZA, and as a teacher, as a student normally does, they raise up in their intellect and their intelligence and their skill to then become a teacher. You know what I mean? So I'm listening to Bronze and I'm like, yo, he got the voice, he got the beats. Yo, he's out doing, he's Wu-Tang. And I never knew he was from Michigan until later on. And I was like, wait, that dude from the mid, like he's from Michigan? He ain't even New York? Yo, that's crazy. And it had my attention from there. So I want to, definitely give these flowers, tell you how dope you are. And I've been a fan. I want to say from day one, it might have been day 5, but you know what I'm saying? You have definitely blessed the culture, brother. So big up salutes to you, man. That's how I found you, bro.
That's big, man. I appreciate that, man. That's it's good to know that, people caught on back then and it hit on that level to where, people was saying, yo, he really got the Wu sound or whatever. So, just to hear anybody's story on how they came into touch with my joints, this is amazing, man. So, peace to that, man. Love it.
Absolutely, man. So,
I remember when he was telling me that, I remember before he was saying about you, he said, yo, bro, he's saying from the Wu. He said, now, he said from the city and everything. And now, mind you, like he told me about you. I bet. I said, no, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna download one of his joints. I'm listening to it. Everything. So it took a while for me, to listen to one. I was like, oh shoot. I said, dude is definitely dope. Dude is definitely dope. So so it was like when it come to first hearing your joints, I'm like a newborn baby. I'm a newborn.
No doubt. All good. As long as you here with me, it's all good. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So the funny thing and why Scooby's been holding this outfit for the last few weeks, and I'm glad that he has. The shirt is dope. You got the Detroit hat. Now, I've been keeping thorough. Like he's been getting frustrated with me because he's like, yo, dog, we need to record. Now, we've been putting shit out on social media, but we haven't put out an episode since August 20th, as far as for like streaming and everything else. I've always feel like things move in God's time. I had no idea that he even had that hat, and here we are. But when I come back, I come back. So the funny shit is, when he posted your new album in Slack, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get him on the show. And I don't think Scoob was fucking with me. I think he was like, yo, whatever, because I've been putt faking for the last few weeks.
I was like, yo, what we gonna do? I'm riding with you.
But then when I confirmed it, he was like, yo, my man always come back, son. He always come back, son. So what I want to do,
always pull some shit out.
What I want to do, man, is I want to start from not the beginning, but I want to take it back so we can move forward, man. I want to start with the Great Migration. How did that album come to be?
All right, so Great Migration was, first of all, I was recording it in my basement off this infamous road, Joy Road in Detroit. So it was just me, Kevlar 7, Apollo Brown. We all had a crib together.
Stop playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, big ups to Apollo Brown, man. I fucks with him real heavy.
Yeah, that's my bro. I known him since 6th grade and shit. So we always been tight or whatever. So that's when I recorded Great Migration. And then I ended up getting a call from Dreddy Kruger, who put together the Wu-Tang Meets the Indie Culture album.
Classic.
I did about 85% of the beats on there.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so when that shit dropped, Baby Grand Records had it on their label, and it did real well. So they was like, yo, what's up with Bronze? So then I inked my first recording contract with Baby Grand, and I gave him what was, came out later as the Great Migration. So that was kind of like the playoff of Wu-Tang indie culture that got me in the door. Now I'm here go my solo, you know what I mean? So
good move on all that, how that came to be, man. It's dope because I was chilling with Taraji yesterday and I can't find that album. I could find it was like a part 2 to it, like a lost tapes version of it, but I can't find that one on streaming. And I went to YouTube, all that shit. So I'm sitting here searching for the songs, and I'm like, yo, I know Bronze is on this album, and I know he got more joints on here. I just need to find them. Taraji was like, yo, you had this album? No. He said something to the point of like, you know, did you get this album? I was like, get it, nigga. I had the physical, bro. Like, I had the CD, son. Like, that was my shit. And I enjoyed a lot of the tracks on there outside of you know, RZA, Jizza, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because the indie culture, it's always been there, and it is still here today. And it was just really good to hear that, man. With you being a Wu-Tang affiliate, how did that come about?
So that came about when me and my bro Kevlar, we was working on hip hop out of high school, and I ended up, I'm probably one of the first brothers with selling my music on the website. This was like 96, 97.
Okay.
And so I got contacted in like 98 by Silver Rings, who was the first European artist that RZA signed to the label. So I don't know how, but he found my beats online, and I started sending him some more. And it was at one point where he was like, yo, this shit is dope, bro. I got to get you to RZA. So I was like, shit, let's go then.
Let's go.
So he'll let me know, like, yo, RZA's in New York on these dates or whatever. Shoot out there, and I'll try to get you this meeting. And so I shot out there 4 times. The first 3 times, nothing happened. But the 4th time, I think I met Ninth Prince outside of 36 Chambers, and showed him some beats through the headphones. He was like, come on up. And so ended up laying some shit for some brothers that was working in there. And so we just hung around in there for hours. It was me and my bro Kevlar. So we just hung around there for hours hoping somebody would pop up. And then like 4 in the morning, RZA, Jizza, Master Killer popped through the doors.
You said it was 4 in the morning?
Yeah, it was 4 in the morning. Yeah. And so, but you know, the studio was just still live banging. You know what I mean? It was like club night in that bitch. It was,
no doubt.
Live. So, yeah. So they came in. They started doing all this business handling, this, that, and the other. And so I was just waiting, you know, to get an open moment. And then I heard them talking about they about to shoot out to the club across the street. I was like, oh no, I can't. You know, I've been here all day. I got it. You know what I mean? So I got up and I popped over to RZA and, you know, tugged him for a minute. I was like, yo, can I get 5 minutes? And he looked at me. He looked at the door. And he was like, all right, you can get 5 minutes. And so we went to the vocal pit. I played him this song I did back then called Blowgun. I did the beat, but I was trying to get on as an MC. So, you know, he sat and listened to it, took the headphones off. And the first thing he asked me was, who did the beat? I was like, I did. And so then he was just like, yo, I got enough MCs, but I want you to join the Wu Element. So that's you know, from that point on, it was history, man. I came back the next day, fucked with some paperwork, and you know, we was off to the races. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So yo, man, a couple of months ago, you know, Nori, shout out to him and everything they're doing with their podcast. I didn't see the episode where he made the comment about the Wu-Tang affiliates, but I saw the clip once Shaheem, you know, applied a little pressure. And because I'm a fan of Nori, I met him a couple of times. I know he jokes a lot. You know, you can't really take anything personal with him, but it seemed like that comment really lit a flame under all of the Wu-Tang affiliates. You know what I mean? Like, fuck is you doing? Did you take any offense to that?
Hell yeah, man. I absolutely took offense to that shit because, first of all, like my history with Wu, even before the signing with RZA, Fourth Disciple had invited me down to Steubenville, Ohio, where a lot of Kill Army was and where RZA and them was before. I know y'all seen the Wu-Tang series when they was in Ohio, so that was Steubenville. And I used to go down there and fucking with Fourth Disciple in the studio, Killer Army, Shogun, Beretta 9. So them my dudes like from the grain, you know what I mean? And then one of the first people I met in 36 Chambers was Hellraiser, Sons of Man. And then, of course, Killer Priest. So I know them brothers from, like, shit, late 90s, you know what I mean? So they always talk with me heavy, you know what I mean? It was always 100 with me, so it was always return. So as far as Wu-Tang affiliates, man, I'm right there with them, you know what I mean? And so when you disrespect them, I came later on after them. So it's like, if you calling them flunkies or whatever, then what am I?
Right.
I mean, and then two, like I said, that's my family, man. They're my, like, Don P, that's my bro, you know what I mean? Killer Sam, yo, we was working on a lot of shit before he got locked up initially, you know what I mean? So I know brothers from, you know, from way back, the earlier days, and yeah, that shit was definitely offensive to me as well, you know what I mean?
No doubt. I do appreciate. Go ahead, Scoob.
Nah, so I bet you it was, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's like family. It's like somebody say something to my bro is going to offend me because, like, you said something to my bro about the podcast, say something about all of us.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean?
So you definitely going to go out there to your fellas and everything. What was you going to say again, bro? If I cut you off, my fault.
Oh no, all good, fam. We all talking. No, you know, nothing personal. I'ma really pick your brain now, God. Here we go. I've always seen you as a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? You got the beats, the rhymes, whatever. With that being said, man, as an MC that got this skill in production, how do you go about choosing which producers you want to work with?
I mean, really, bro, it's just about having that sound and that feel in the music. Like, I'm just as much as I'm a beat maker or whatever, I'm a rhymer as well. So when I hear a crazy beat, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a kid in the candy store, you know what I mean? So I collect dope beats just as much as I write dope rhymes and shit. So it's just about that quality, man. You got, if you got that quality and that feel, because a lot of my shit is based on feeling and emotion and how does my song make you feel rather than was it dope? No, how did it make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Did you feel it? So that's what I kind of put on if I feel that shit. If I get a beat and it's just okay, it's just numb to me or it's just too repetitive and I can't maintain that feel, that connection to it, then I'll probably pass on it. But you know, a beat with good feel, you know, you can't beat that shit, man, because it's authentic emotions that's in there and shit. You know what I mean?
Most def.
So let me cut you off, bro. Remember I was saying before that when I first found out about you, I was a baby in the game. The joint that I heard, the joint that made me rock with you even more was Season of the Seven.
Okay.
Yo, as a matter of fact, Season of the we're gonna get into that, School.
Baby.
Yeah, we gonna get into that. That's coming real soon.
Yeah.
Yo, it's funny. It's coming real soon on my list of questions. What I got next? So you've been having a dope year with the albums that you've been putting out. And that's why I said, Scoob, I'm right there around that on that corner. 3 projects so far, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So what? It's hard for me to choose a favorite, especially when you know you did more production on Season of the 7. But right now, I think my favorite is Bundle Raps. How did that come to be?
Man, Bundle Raps was I don't know if y'all. Leaf Dog is he's a producer for a group, an MC as well, for a group called the 4 Owls out of the UK. And so you know they've been getting busy over there. You know what I'm saying? Doing great art. You know what I mean? Moving around, touring. You know, making noise. And so me and Leaf have been, you know, just shooting emails back and forth as, you know, mutual fans of each other. And he started sending me some beats. And, you know, I liked a lot of them, but I was doing a lot of other stuff, this and the other. And then I ended up having, I had a tour over in the UK in, 2018. And we had a London show. And BVA and Leaf Dog, the BVA is another one of the 4 Owls in the group with Leaf Dog. They showed up at my show, and so you know what I'm saying. You know that was dope, man. Good respect, good vibe. So we kicked it that night, and then when I got home, I was like, let me jump into this to these beats he's been sending me and see if I can just throw a whole project out here. So, yeah, I just start writing, vibing to some of his joints, send me some more, grab a few more. And so after like 3 or 4 batches, you know what I'm saying, we had enough for like a project. And I would definitely wanted to grab more of that UK crowd in Europe as well. So I thought it was a dope move business wise, and you know his beats are incredible, man, and it's right up my alley. So that's pretty much how that jumped off. Mutual respect, you know what I mean?
So it's funny because I'm referencing one of my favorite songs on the album. It's On. And my question before I even get into that is, do you ever sprinkle a little of your flavor on it, or do you just keep it how you got it?
No, I usually put my flavor on it a little bit, you know what I mean?
So the reason why I'm asking that is because it's repetitive. The vocal sample is repetitive. And for me, that's a slippery slope. It could either be dope, or I could get sick of hearing that repetitive sound real quick and be like, nah, fuck this. It's On is fucking, it's perfect the way the vocal loop is there, because I know it's Luther Vandross, ain't it?
That's no, that's Marvin.
Nah, that's Luther.
It's Marvin.
No, that's Luther.
Marvin, baby.
Oh, that, you've been so good to me.
Yeah.
That's Luther.
He might have redid it, but that's definitely a Marvin sample.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe Luther did redo it, but it's Marvin.
All right, let me go ahead and do the knowledge. let me find out, because Luther Vandross will Luther Vandross your song, my G.
Yeah, it's definitely Mr. Marvin, man. But
did you put any touches on that, or that's all leafed off?
Actually, that's my beat. The whole beat is mine. Yeah, okay. I did what 2 or 3 joints on there that they rhymed on was my beats. You know what I mean? So
that.
I want to go down with that.
I feel like you kind of answered the question already. My next question was, you know, what was the goal with that project? And if I'm reading you correctly, the goal was really to make to affirm that connection that you made, you know what I mean, and to catch some of that audience over there. You know what I think is really dope, man? Because I rocks with a couple of the dudes from the UK. There's a DJ out there that I rock with, and I'm so impressed by him because he be putting me on the shit that I don't know, and I'm over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like shit that come out over here. So I gotta respect that you on top of your game musically so much that you're 8-12 hours away in distance. Forget about culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you still doing that. Shout out to Sonny Jim. I really rocked with him too. I think Sonny Jim is really dope.
I'm special thing.
Yeah.
All right, people. The first time I asked, man, you be the first person I'm asking questions to.
All right.
Correct. My thing is this. You know, you were ill. You know what I'm saying? Your bars is ill. Your piece is ill. Okay, now, who are like the 5 artists, whether it's hip hop, R&B, gospel, whatever, that you would want to work with?
All right. JC.
All right.
Bobby Womack.
Whoa.
Scarface.
Okay.
I always want to hear Lauryn Hill on my beats.
Right.
And then lastly, I'll probably have to go with Sam Cooke.
Okay.
Sam Cooke's voice was amazing, man. And it had that pain in it, you know what I mean? So I'm a big Sam Cooke fan, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it real.
Because I always want to know like artists work with all these artists, whether, you know what I'm saying, young or how many people. I'm like what's some artists you always want to work with that you probably couldn't, or you know what I'm saying, or have a chance to work with, and you named yours right there, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start off by asking you. You're the first person that asked this question to, so I'm gonna start doing it to more artists that we put.
And you know, I gotta admit, man, what makes my wife so dope is she grew up with music that I didn't grow up with. And what I mean by that is she's into blues.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's a whole different genre. I remember when we first got together, I looked at her playlist and I'm like, yo, I don't know none of these songs. You know, she'll play a few of them. You know, there was this one song called Stand Up in it. I didn't know nothing about standing up in nothing. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So I'm doing the knowledge now on Sam Cooke, you know, and I don't want to just go with, you know, his most popular joints. I want to go back and listen to the records that really mean something, you know what I mean? So hats off to that Sam Cooke look. That's what's up.
No. Great.
So Season of the Seven.
Yeah.
How did hold on? We got 2 minutes. All right. So if we fall off, just tap back in. But with Season of the Seven, man, we discovered that album almost together because what we like to do is, of course, you got your Jay-Z's and everybody, you know, and I don't knock nobody, but I need that real that I could feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when we came across that, you know, we be looking for those diamonds in the rough. And when I saw your name on it, that's all I needed to see.
No.
I immediately started looking at the videos. The videos came out cool. It helped me to connect to the music more. How did you and Recognize link up?
I think he hit me up on Instagram, and I had been already hearing his name. You know, he been getting around. You know what I mean? So, like, Rec is like a master networker. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking to this cat, and the next thing you know, he's talking to this other. He's a master at that. So, you know, he hit me up, and we just started kicking it back and forth. And he told me how he was a big fan of the Wiseman approaching albums, and so, you know, it was just another big mutual respect. And as I seen him get more and more work going in, he was right. He was just another artist right in my lane. But what particularly stuck out to me was he's from Ghana. You know what I mean? And I thought, you know, that's beautiful because so we got this Red Book where we trace our family back all the way back to a Mr. Lee who came from England with his slaves to us, ended up being the Cross family, which is my last name or whatever. Okay. And so my pops had that traced back to West Africa, which includes Ghana, Nigeria, and those areas, but he couldn't pinpoint it. So
yes, sir.
This is where I felt very connected with Rec on the album. I kind of felt like it's going full circle, going back to the motherland with it. You know what I mean? So that was something that was special to me, and I think that's why the album has such a deep, soulful, spiritual tone to it. You know what I mean?
You know, with me finding my guidance through Allah, I just felt like the title, everything, it just really spoke to me, you know, and it came at a point where, you know, again, my son, he turned 17. So it was like, yo, it's ill because this goes back to April, right? My son is born in April.
Okay.
And, you know, him being 17, knowledge God. I was like, yo, I think it's time for me to, you know, start building with my son, you know what I mean? And putting them on. And it was real dope, man. I didn't know how to approach it, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want him to feel like I was trying to brainwash him or anything like that, or trying to teach him something that he didn't learn from his mom or anything like that. So I just been giving him bits and pieces, you know what I'm saying? Just planting seeds. So what makes this conversation ill is I sent him the Supreme Math yesterday or the day before. And he was like, yo, Dad, I want to learn more. And I was like, yo, I got you. We're going to learn together. You know what I mean? So when that album dropped, it was just more of I'm real spiritual. So to me, it was more of a, yo, you on the right path. You know what I mean? And listening to the album, it was just banger after banger after banger. And I was like, yo, man, the gods is here, B. This is dope to me, man.
Indeed.
Nah, that album was fun. Like I said, like that album opened my ears more to you. You know,
yo, matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I sent you the clip when we did the video, when we did the episode talking about it. I sent you the clip to be like, yo, we on it.
Yep, I shared it up for sure. Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. Look, man, vocabulary's ill. Where did Ekphrasis come from?
Ekphrasis, man.
Right, now you do a good job of finding audio to explain it in the intro, but I need to hear it from you.
Yeah, I was watching some I think it was PBS special, you know what I mean? It was some old shit. I like to watch old shows and shit, find clips and all that.
Yeah.
But this was just like on in the background, and I heard the word, and then it was this dude explaining it, and he was talking about these antiques. But the way he explained it, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Let me look that shit up. You know what I mean? Because I like words, man. I'm a writer. I love words. You know what I mean? So if I hear a word that sound interesting to me, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Right.
My curiosity is piqued. You know what I'm saying? So I went. Yeah. So I went and looked that shit up, and I just, I found a few clips about it, explaining the shit a little more clear for me. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of how the fuck I feel about my writing. Like, I feel like I'm trying to take somebody to the scene of what I'm talking about so vividly that it's almost like they was there, or even better than being there. And that's basically the definition of it. It's like defining your art or a piece of art in such vivid detail that it's almost like better than being there. You know what I mean? So I always felt like, my writing, I try to make you picture what the fuck I'm saying. So I felt like that shit connected heavy, and then it kind of pushed me into the writing that you find on the album. You know what I mean?
Does that also play a part with the album cover?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it does, because I think like the album is kind of on some grimy but magic shit. You know what I mean? So I kind of felt like it was a kind of a black magic voodoo type of deep writing, deep thought to move emotions and moves and make things happen in the physical. So yeah, that's absolutely a good connect with the album cover for it.
So basically it's like you're a wizard with the pen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your wand, and they come in see him freaking the man, Mr. Gray. They come to see you. You sitting down writing some wicked ass rhyme, and then you know what I'm saying, you take them on a journey.
Exactly, bro. Pinpoint, man. That's exactly it. You know what I'm saying? Magic with the words. You know what I mean? So.
Feel you.
So I can take you there, It's like a movie.
I feel you on it.
So
took me for a journey.
No doubt. Tough, man. But the funny thing is, yeah, bro, with everybody, the label, my A&R, everybody was like, when I told them the title, they was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck? So everybody was like, yo, what is that title? So, I like it though, because it sticks out, it stands out, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna type that in and find any other album with that name, you know what I mean? So that's another part of it.
I was typing it, and I was using my phone to shoot you the email. I was typing it in the email, the shit ain't come up on my phone.
Word up.
But you know what though? To me, that's the essence of what hip hop is. Hip hop is a tool for us to teach, for us to reach, for us to say, for us to be like, holy shit, what did he just say? Rewind that shit back? Yo, rewind that shit back again? Yo, I can't even get to the fourth song because I can't get past the third song because I keep running the shit back. Like, that's what hip hop is, bro. So for you to want to spark the mind of someone and make them go through the process that you did, yo, go look that shit up, go do the knowledge. Now apply that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you know something new. And that's what the culture is. That's how it develops, bro. That's how we got from 77 to 21. You know what I mean?
I can't agree more. Like I always say, like, you know what I'm saying, if you writing the same thing somebody already wrote, what's the difference of like little kids doing paintings? They can do that shit all day. And then you got a Picasso. Why not? If you in this shit for art, make a Picasso. We could do little kid drawings all day, you know what I mean? Make a Picasso. So that's how I feel about the music, you know what I mean?
The little kid drawings, they get seen. Them Picasso, they stay in your mind forever. Yeah. Everybody sees you painting and never forget it, you know what I'm saying? So, you got put us way, you doing work on that canvas.
No doubt.
You working on that canvas.
And it's really dope for us to start looking at it that way. Again, big up to Wu-Tang, big up to RZA. You know, when they did the that one-off album, I always forget the name of it because I ain't got it, right?
Yeah.
But just to bring brothers up to speed, you know, whoever took possession of the album from Pharma Bro turned around and flipped it for an additional $2 million. Pharma Bro paid $2 million. They sold it to, I would tell you who they sold it to. They sold it to a group of investors that has something to do with cryptocurrency, because they paid $4 million for it.
I saw that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's getting the profits, how it's getting split, but there's money being transferred. Now, I bring that up to say it was one of the first times that I really looked at a rap album, a hip hop album, as a piece of art, no different than Basquiat. You know what I'm saying? And when I started looking at it and thinking about it that way, it helped me to figure out in my way of critiquing hip hop what's art and what you need to look at as a whole compared to what's just a good dope album, right? So my example of that is West Side Gun. And I'm not saying all of his albums are one piece of art. I will say with his new joint, Hitler Wears Herman's 8, side A and side B, I could play side A. I got my joints on side A, but it doesn't make sense unless I sit through the intro and I go all the way to the end. Right. Now, I don't feel the same way about B. I don't think he arranged B and mixed B as well as he did A.
I agree.
Right? But A is definitely a whole piece of art. You can't say, well, I only like that song. No. You're only looking at the eyeballs of the picture, my nigga. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the whole face. You know what I mean? So with this album, I get that too. So you say that there's a griminess to it. I don't feel a griminess to it. What I feel in comparisons to the work that you put out this year, what I feel with this album is, I want to call it a cleanup job. I feel like you're the last man in the bat. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Tied game. Man on every base, and you hit a motherfucking grand slam, the cleanup man. You know what I mean? And there's a certain level of class that comes with it because of the sound of the beats from Rock Mars. So you know I gotta ask you this question.
Yeah.
How y'all link up?
Oh man, I've known Rock for some years now, man. We ended up just being on that same track on the Wu-Tang Indie Culture. He was on my joint, Think Differently beat.
Yeah.
And so I mean that really started that combo off. And then you know I ended up on a label called Man Bites Dogs Rep. Shout out to them, out of Virginia. And Rock was the A&R over there for a while. So you know what I'm saying, there was that. You know, I would get feedback through the label from him or whatever. And then, you know, we ended up doing a few, South by Southwest, A3C festivals, shows together. And so it always been you know, it ain't like we kicked it or hung out or no shit like that, but it always been a business relationship and a mutual respect there as well. You know what I mean? So he ended up hitting me one time for some beats out the blue. I think this was like 2019. So I sent him a shitload of beats. And, nothing really happened with the beats, but then fast forward to late 2020, I was like, yo, maybe I should get some rock beats, because I see he's spreading his sound around with Stove God, and I've always loved, you know, his solo albums. Beats are just crazy. So I was like, yo, let me hit up Rock and see if you want to get down on the joint. So from there, you know what I'm saying, we made it work, you know what I mean? And that's really how it all came to be.
So this one is fully produced by him though?
No, not fully produced by him. I did the intros and the outros, okay. And then I did Papayas and I did Nosebleeds as well. But yeah, the rest is him. So it was 6 beats from Rock and 2 beats from me for songs, for full songs and shit.
Okay. So you know what's funny? You know what's crazy? Because I was like, yo, remember I said I got one joint that's my favorite joint, but it's really with 2 of them.
Yeah,
He's like, I bet y'all know what it is. And the one he said is the one with the beat he did was freaking Nosebleed. Yo, man.
Yeah, Nosebleed, yeah.
My man Bodie.
Yup.
My man Bo Jack.
Yeah, that's my dog Bodie, man. That's my guy.
And the other one that I like is the one you got with is you, Sky Zoo, Terminology.
Damn it, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. that's that grimy one. Yeah.
You know, I miss posse cuts because again, I'm from back in the day, so I appreciate you doing that. Where do you think that? Let me structure this question this way. Kendrick Lamar outshined everybody on that Big Shon joint. Eminem smashed Jay-Z on his shit. Nobody wants to do a song with Black Thought other than Mos Def and Common and Talib.
Black Thought going left field.
I say all that to say, do you believe it's the fear of getting bodied that made artists stop doing posse cuts, or do you think there's been, is the game got too competitive? What's your thoughts on that?
I definitely think it's a lot of the fear getting bodied, man. I personally been on a few tracks where, and I'm talking about big names where, I jump on and set the shit on fire, right? And then the album come out and my verse is gone. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, bro, that shit happens, man. That shit has happened, bro.
Wait. Stop.
Yeah.
Hold on. Stop.
Yeah.
No flag on the play. Wait a minute. I'd be damned if I go and download or stream and I know I'm supposed to be on this shit. Cause all right, so for this album, right? I don't see the featured artists on there, but I know them by sound. So I'm putting myself in your shoes, right? I'm rocking this album. I know my verse is crazy. I'm waiting to hear it, and I don't hear my shit.
Yeah.
Yo, that's I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit. Right. So that's gonna, that's gonna rub me a little the wrong way. Mm-hmm. How do you handle that, bro?
Basically, bro, me personally, I just eat that shit, bro. If I laugh at it behind the scenes, yeah, I know what it is. But I'm not one of them niggas that come around and be like, hey man, what happened to my verse, bro? You should have, especially if it's like I ain't gonna say no names or whatever, but this was a big name and shit. And so that shit is whack to me to come up to somebody and be like, man, what happened? Why you add my verse or whatever? So me personally, and this is just my style. Other people might want to fight for their joint, but me personally, like I say, I laugh at it and I know what it is, and I let it be. You know what I mean?
I think I would.
I kind of agree with that in a way, because my thing is, if I know I was on somebody a big person joint and they cut me off, I'll be 50-50. I will be mad first line, but you know what? Then that tells me that he can't fuck with my shit. He can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? All right, bet and everything. And after a while, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I would feel like I said again, you can't fuck with my joint. You check it off for a reason, because my verse is way better than your verse.
Right.
But I'm blessed to have Scooby in my life, man. Me and Scoob been tight since I was 16 years old, and I'm an emotional Scorpio. I can't be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a gangster. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I would shoot the wrong motherfucker.
He would
all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
So it would be Scooby. It would be Scooby to be. Scoob would need to be there in the room to take my cell phone from me before I call and ruin any business relationships.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna make that phone call like,
That's
yo.
the buffer right there, yeah.
He's like, word? I mean, bro. The first thing I done to bro, let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. He was like, nah, fuck that. So it's like,
hey, yeah, man.
And he knows me so well that he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna let you call him. Roll a blunt first. Because he know I'm gonna forget.
Hey man, that's how it's supposed to be. Everybody need a little bit of backup like that, bro. You know what I mean? That's dope.
I always got my brother back, man. It's day one. You know what I'm saying? Even if we mad at each other, I still got him. Like, yo, bro, fuck, be on. I got you.
That's dope, man. That's dope to see, as you know what I'm saying, as grown family men too, you know what I mean? Because I got friends from way back from fucking you know, grade school and all that. And that just shows that, you know, y'all doing what y'all supposed to do, growing, maturing, because everybody grows and changes. But to be friends that long and stay together shows, you know, y'all 100, man, you know what I mean? That's dope.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, like me, like I keep it hood, like, you know, say like we had a situation where, you know, as any brothers do, they don't speak for a man how it may be, but that's part of family. But when we get back together again, that's it. Right there says that can man break that bond. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, we realized that when it happened, it was dumb, it was stupid, but we were young and dumb, full of cum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was and everything. But after that, we grown from it. We grown even more tighter.
Right.
Everything.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yo, I had said this behind the scenes, but I definitely want to get this on record. Word to the J Dilla tat on my arm, man. I got a lot of love, a lot of respect for Detroit, man, for the talent that comes out of Detroit. I would have to say my first real introduction is probably going to be Slumville Fantastic 2. At that time, you know, I'm a huge Tribe Called Quest fan. I was studying Q-Tip, all the moves he was making, and I didn't get put on to Slumville through Q-Tip. It was actually a surprise for me to hear him on their album. It was definitely a surprise for me to hear Q-Tip himself say, "This is the new Tribe. I'm passing the torch. They got it from here." Because with the type of New Yorker I am, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No, you ain't. No, they ain't. No.
Yeah, he ain't lying. State New York right there.
I'm not doing that shit. Nah, we're not doing that. The more I listened to Fantastic 2, the more I started to understand what Q-Tip meant. Recipes to Dilla, recipes to Bartan. From that point, you know, I started to kind of grow because I've learned to follow the DJ, follow the producer. You know what I'm saying? If the producer or the DJ is dope, they're gonna lead you to more dope. So I'm a huge fan of Guilty Simpson. It is ill because a few months ago I tweeted, "Yo, the world needs a new Guilty Simpson album," having no fucking idea that we would get one. So shout out to him. Shout out to Apollo Brown, man. I really fucks with him. Because I believe that he does a good job on who he collaborates with, you know what I mean? And when he's doing a project, it doesn't sound like nobody else's shit. Apollo Brown got a sound just as much as RZA got a sound, as much as Premier got a sound. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it bothers me because his sound is his sound, and you always get that. Like, I don't think he has much of a range, but it's dope. You know what I mean? Like I said before, Elzai, I think he's an incredible artist. I think Fat Cat is dope. I would love to still hear more from Fat Cat. What I want to
artists is just like I said, Slumville and Dwelly from Detroit, right?
Yeah, Dwelly.
Yeah, Dwelly. Like the first time I heard about them two was on, I think it was either as a BET late night that I was watching, and they came on. I said, "Ooh, who's this?" That's when I first heard Slumville's mom. That's when I first heard Dwelly sing, and I was on since then. and now my new dude is Bodie and everything. And then my son, what's his name? Easy, he said Easy. So basically, right now he listens to Mad Detroit rappers. So we just two, he told me who it is. I'm like, all right, then let me go ahead and download it. So basically, like, I'm getting to know more about a lot of Detroit artists and everything.
And I don't want to ignore the other lane. You know, like I was saying before, I want to work on helping to create subgenres in hip hop. You know what I mean? Because the argument from the late 90s through all the 2000s was who's a rapper and who's an MC. You know what I'm saying? What's hip hop? What's rap? And now that brings me over to like the Shada Babies. What's my other man? Stocky Heavy dude. His brother.
T Grizzly?
Yeah, T Grizzly. What I started to realize.
Wow. That was on me.
Yeah, T Grizzly. What I started to realize was I don't have a problem with the messenger as much as I have a problem with the sound. Because who helped me to realize that was Alchemist. I don't know how this remix came or whatever it might have been, but the Migos was on an Alchemist beat. And I was like, yo, these brothers could rhyme. You know what I mean? It just took it took change in the sound or whatever. Detroit has such a rich history, man, with Motown and different artists, whether it's rap or R&B. Scoob, good looking on that Dwell A. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
Yeah.
I started going back listening to Dwell A like a couple of months ago because I hadn't like rocked with any of his records for years. And I said to myself, you know what? I think I was a more romantic type of brother when I was listening to Dwell A. I think I was treating my girl a lot better back then.
Nah, the first I heard Dwell A, I went out and bought the CD. I think we put together, I went by myself and got it.
Yo, actually, we did get on Dwell A right about the same time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like, yo, Reem, you need to check this. And I was like, I'm always hesitant with Scooby's works for some reason. Because I'm supreme, right? So when he gives me a suggestion, it's, yeah, we'll see. Yo, he knocks him out the park every time. I say all of that to say this. First off, big ups to the D. Do you feel y'all are starting to get the credit? Y'all have always gotten the credit. Black Milk, shout out Black Milk. I'm not going to ask this question till I put that man's name on record. Shout out to Black Milk, bro. Do you feel that y'all get the recognition, y'all have had the recognition, or y'all still underrated?
Man, I kind of still feel like we underrated. I just don't think they're into our shit as deep as they should be in other areas. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you say though, like your son rocking PZ, you know what I mean? You fucking with Bodie. I think you are right, Reem, to say that it's definitely starting to spread and get more noticeable. So I think if I could answer that in both ways, let's say, yeah, we underrated, but I do think it's spreading a lot, spreading more, you know, with Apollo, Guilty out here doing it big, you know what I'm saying? Got myself crossing over with the New York, you know what I'm saying, artists. So, and then I did the joint with King Crooked from Slaughterhouse from the West Coast. So I think we touching all areas, man. We trying to spread more, but I definitely still feel like we're a little underrated. You know, there's some people here that should be out there way deeper than they are. You know what I mean? Off the talent level, you know. So yeah, I think that's both sides. You know.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
It's definitely a lane that y'all definitely gonna bust through. Well, you already bust through. It's just that people being ignorant. Sometimes you gotta slap people around so you hear what you're saying and everything.
You know what I mean?
They slap people around like, yo, you can hear me? All right, come in. What the 5 things say to the face? Hit me.
It's the truth, man. Hit him with that, you know?
And the reason why I wanted to start this podcast is it's ill because I don't watch other podcasts. Like I fucked with Nori every once in a blue, but I never wanted to be influenced by someone else. You know what I mean? So when I set up these interviews and everything, my opinions are solely my opinions. You know what I mean? I don't even tweet about who I'm rocking with next or whatever, because I don't want someone to comment and you know, maybe influence me with a comment. So everything I spit is real. I gotta admit, I'm a little frustrated, man, because it's like, what more do we need to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got I'm speaking as if I'm in Detroit. We got legends from Detroit, bro. You know what I mean? Who shit still not. And I want to big up, you know, I'm from New York, that's my home. I want to big up my city too, because my city is dope. Yo, every year for over 8-9 years, we do a Dilla Day out here in Houston. You know what I mean? Or we have a celebration out here. A few years ago, Ma Dukes came down with Pete Rock to do a tribute here, and I got a chance to meet her and speak to her. And this is my way of saying, yo, y'all stop sleeping, man. You know what I'm saying? Start checking for this and start dissecting it and start accepting it and start rocking with it and spreading it, man. So on that note, yo, Bronze, man, I appreciate you, man. This is not the last time we're gonna connect. Keep banging them, man. Like what I was getting ready to say, why I mentioned Nori is because Nori want to give the Legends Day flowers, and I think that's dope. I want to give the props and put the people up in the light who I feel should be that next level. You know what I'm saying? So the more that I can help spread the word, then that's what I'm gonna do. And this is what we always done. Like when me and Scooby was kids, man, we'll go out of town or whatever. The first thing we want to talk about is hip hop. You know, who you rocking with? Yo, I'm rocking with this. Yo, you ain't heard this? Throw that shit on. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
that same way I grew up, man. So
DJ Clue mixtapes and everything. He had no Clue. He had no this, that.
Banging on the lunch table, son, like freestyling in the lunchroom. That's where we from. So on that note, man, if you want to, you know, get something out, you know, hit us up. If you got some new shit you working on, feel free to hit me on Twitter. Bronze Nazareth, thank you, man. Blessings to you, man. Blessings to your family, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. The pleasure is mine, man. I appreciate you fellas, and we'll definitely be in touch, man. I got a lot more coming, so I'm gonna keep y'all up on it, and you know what I mean.
No doubt. No doubt. Yo, Scoob, you wanna close out with anything, man?
I'm happy to be recording. My couch is in the hood. Shit. Ron, you coming through, showing us love and everything. Appreciate you coming to talk about your album you did before now. And just like I said, one thing, showing us mad love. Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Mad love, man.
Anything you want to close out with, Bronze?
Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all get up on that Black Day in July. Y'all see the logo in the back. You know what I mean? That's my label. We got a lot of shit out already, but we got a lot more coming, and it's mostly Bronze beats. So, you know what I'm saying? We cooking, man. Black Day in July Productions. We on them, man. And I appreciate y'all, man, to the fullest. You know?
No doubt, man. Peace to the God.
Peace.
All right, easy.